Hi, Jonathan back once again. Today we're at the 22nd of October, so that's 52, day 52 on our journey to 240k. And so today, actually, I was going to talk about sort of some split test results, but they just need to run a little bit longer. So actually, what I wanted to talk about is this really is more the sort of the tech stack. What other tools do I use in my business? And so to give you an idea that it's there are more components to this and does have a cost to it, but I'll run through those in just a second. So before we get into that, it's a quick snapshot of yesterday. Yesterday, thankfully, we have seen this really coming out the doldrums here from that low. Yesterday came in with 882, a good decent figure there. So and our ad spend was 347. So 462 in dollars, making it around $420 in profit, which was a good result. And yeah, that's about where we want to be. Between 4 to 500 is the sort of that optimum level. And today we're at 421 and we're at 1:30. So that's all tracking reasonably good. As long as we have a solid afternoon, we should end up at a similar amount of time. Fingers crossed. Amount of time, similar amount of number of sales. Anyway, let's talk a bit about the tools and what I use, why I use them. So obviously the main thing is the actual marketing platform itself. So that's where all my funnels, all my split testing, all my emails is on a platform called System.io. It's a platform I've been using for at least a couple of years now, and it's a fantastic platform, very highly rated. But the great thing is, although I've got their top tier account, which is $97 a month, you can actually start free. And actually the amazing thing is you can actually create a fully working funnel with payment integrations and have everything up and running with a free account. So that's what makes that amazing. You know, even with a free account, you can have a fully working funnel that collects payments, that does everything, so you can test out your ideas basically at zero cost. Now, obviously, I've got multiple funnels, plus I do some development work with other people, and the full top tier account gives me unlimited everything from unlimited courses, emails, funnels, etc. So that is the main expense that I have in the funnel. The second thing is the CAPI Conversions API. So that's a Facebook ads thing. Now, because of this particular platform I use, they don't have a direct integration in terms of collecting data from conversions out of my Facebook ads. So I have to integrate via a company called Stape. Oh, where's that gone? Oh, there we go. Which cost me $12 a month. Yeah, that's just is what it is. But that obviously, having that API helps feed data back into Facebook, so it helps me be able to optimize for my sales. So the next thing on my list is support. I use Zendesk. There are various different support tools out there, but what it means is that anybody has any issues with the product or can't get access or lost details or whatever it may be, they can just raise a support ticket. And having a support ticket system is really useful and very cost effective way of managing it. It means that you're not trying to respond to emails which get completely out of control, particularly as your numbers start to increase. So having a platform like Zendesk is really useful, or a support desk bit of software. And it also means that at some stage I'll get around to outsourcing the whole of the support side, so I don't really need to touch that at all. Right now I deal with it myself, but thankfully, because all the automations generally all work and everything gets through, my current level of support tickets is very low, so that makes it easier. Now, the other thing tool I use, bit of software, is called Provely. This is social proof. Now, you've probably seen that on, say, the landing page. Let me see if I can just go to. So here's the. So it's this little pop-up that comes up in the corner. It just sort of tells you who's sort of bought it recently. Somebody from 38 minutes ago purchased. So this is what it is. This is tracking actual data. So this is all verified purchases, and you see from different parts of the world. So having something like Provely is good. I've tested it with and without having that. It does boost conversions having that social proof, so that's very good. The next thing on my list is web hosting. Now, that's not something normally that you would probably need because actually on this marketing platform, on System.io, I can not only build a website, I can build a blog, and I can build sales funnels. So you can do everything on that one platform. But I've had a website for many years that's really mainly got articles on it. I can probably just show you what that is here, and you can see obviously I'm promoting my opt-in, but this has just got sort of free content on it and articles, and it's something that I've had for say quite some time. I've evolved it over the years, but what I've got it on a very good hosting platform, so it runs very fast. It's very SEO optimized, so it means it does cost. I mean, hosting wise, you could spend a quarter of that. I could spend $10 a month and get web hosting, but I choose to have a good quality host that's fast, that's really reliable and robust. So I'll pay a bit more for that. As I say, it's because I've got a blog. If you've got a small website, you could just put it all on your System.io account. The next on my list is video hosting, because obviously I've got video courses. So again, I need to run all the videos, have them streaming from a robust platform. I used Amazon S3 streaming for that, which has a cost. Now, I mean, I could actually, again, I can host videos on the marketing platform, but, Amazon's obviously is very robust, has huge levels of uptime, and is scalable, and accessible all over the world. So, again, I've just tried to make sure everything I do is quite sort of robust and what it is. So then I've got my marketing videos, and I run those off Vimeo. That just gives me a sort of a nicer player, plus I get some more detailed analytics. Again, that's probably a nice to do have. I could equally run the marketing videos, purely from System.io. Probably I should think about doing that really, but I've got quite a number of videos up there now, so they tend to run. The other bit of kit I've got, or a bit of software, is Loom. I absolutely love Loom, and in fact this is what I use to record these videos. They're great for recording little training videos, or if I'm advising somebody how to get around their website, they're having problems, I can just shoot them a quick little Loom video to show them around things. So I absolutely love that and use it all the time. And then finally there's video analytics, so from a company called Vidalytics. Now, I've done a sample trial on that, so I was spending $24 a month. Currently, I'm just on a free plan. What that does, it helps, say you've got a sales page and you've got a video on that sales page, but you want to know how far into the video sort of people are losing interest and bouncing off the page or stopping the video. So Vidalytics will give you an answer to that. It'll show you a graph as what the drop-off rate is. So that's very good for understanding whether your videos are potentially getting too long and too boring and losing people or not. But because I'm not actually running with any video sales letter at the moment, because as you know, previously I had to play with AI on that one. That didn't quite go according to plan. So I will come back to that. But right now, I've just got a free account on that whilst I sit in the background. So basically, what that upshot is, I'm currently spending $242 a month in all the software and support bits. But the thing is, that allows me, spending that $242 allows me to automate everything, allows me to completely run the business in probably 1 hour a day. So all these tools have a place and have a purpose. But it's useful to know that there are other bits and pieces that sit around your main platform. But when you're just getting started, say you can literally start free with one of those accounts there, and I'll put a link to that in the comments or wherever this video happens to end up. So anyway, hopefully that gives you just a bit more of an insight into what's sitting around my business and around my funnel. I say that's the whole thing that I use to run the business. So that's all for today. Excuse me. Tomorrow I'm going to be looking at results from 3 split tests. So I've got 2 split tests running on the opt-in page with that new design on opt-in, and I've got 1 split test on the sales page running my control versus my 1927 inspired ad as well. So a couple of different split tests. They're not necessarily final results, but give you an idea of what's going on and what my thoughts are having seen those numbers, which I haven't looked at yet. So we shall see. But we'll catch up with all that tomorrow. So until then, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch up with you again tomorrow. Bye for now.